So it's no secret that this generation of Nintendo has been met with a lot of controversy, mainly with the pricing of some things. To give just a few examples, many people feel the games are mainly overpriced, such as Mario Kart World, Pokopia, and the Switch 2 editions of various games. The console itself costs a lot. In general, the cost of everything for Nintendo has gone up. However, I feel like as of late we've been seeing a change in that, with 3 games in particular, those being Splatoon Raiders, Yoshi and the Mysterious Book, and Rhythm Heaven Groove, with all these games being below what we thought was MSRP for Switch 2 games, and Switch 1 games. Let's begin with a less shocking example, Rhythm Heaven Groove. Now we already kind of thought this would be a budget title. I mean, it's a Rhythm Heaven game. These aren't the most complex games of all time. So $40 for them does make a lot of sense. But even so, a lot of games like this during the Switch 1 era would have been like $50, similar to WarioWare or something like that. But $40 is surprisingly fair, and gets a lot more people to want to buy the game. Now the more interesting examples are Splatoon Raiders and Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. Now Splatoon Raiders is labeled at $50, which is already cheaper than a Switch 1 game, labeling this as a very budget title. But on the other hand, Yoshi and the Mysterious Book is only $60, which could be the new standard pricing for Nintendo's big first-party titles, since Yoshi's always been charged full MSRP as long as I can remember. Yoshi, Crafted World, Woolly World, and more have always been the full price they could be on whatever console they released on. Crafted World being $60, you know, the whole deal. So I think it's safe to say that games like Fire Emblem, the rumored Star Fox game, and even that potential Ocarina of Time remake could all be $60, which is really exciting. It's a great change to have, but there comes a question, why? Why now? They just released Mario Tennis for $70, why stop now if you're gonna do that? Well, I think it has to do with a lot of new leadership. Recently, the president of Nintendo America changed up. Instead of being Doug Bowser, it's now a girl that I forgot the name of, I'm sorry. I'm sure she's a nice person. And she actually might be a really good person for the company, since now under her new leadership, we've seen a lot of price changes. Pokepia's price and Mario Tennis Fever were always set in stone before Doug Bowser left. But now with this new person in charge, these prices are now changing, which implies to me that under her control, the company will have cheaper prices across the board, which is super exciting. I'm hoping that's a sign of things to come, and not just a fluke thing of these 3 games, because I don't want to spend $80 on a Mario game ever again in my entire life.